Good morning, lovely people. Today, Pluto leaves Capricorn for the next 248 years. So because this is such a big occasion, I have decided to do a pick a card reading using 3 different tarot packs. We're going to be looking at the main theme as Pluto moves into Aquarius, what energies we are leaving behind, the talents and the opportunities in Pluto in Aquarius, the challenges that Pluto in Aquarius will bring, and we're also going to look at a key theme. So the decks that I'm using the White Sage Tarot, and with it I will be using a ruby and zoisite sphere. Now ruby and zoisite bring in a deeper understanding of our negative traits so that we can release them. It also helps purge fear and anxiety, and of course it helps us rebirth for a better understanding of ourselves. And of course Pluto is the planet of rebirth. It's death of the old, transformation and rebirth. And this is a perfect time to rebirth ourselves into the Aquarian energies. I will be wearing a turquoise ring with a beautiful astro bracelet, Earth and Sky, from Star Design by Jess. I will put the links for the bracelets, as well as this beautiful sea light candle made by Sandswick Candles in Cape Town. I will light that as I start the readings, once you've chosen your card. The second deck that I'll be using is the Night Sun Tarot. This sphere is a clear crystal quartz, and it clarifies thought processes, and also it gives you a clearer understanding of your emotions. It's a master healer. Crystal clear quartz is a master healer, and it helps rebalance your thoughts and emotions, and it helps cleanse the soul and enhances memory and intuition. I'm using the beautiful Primordial Mystic bracelet from Star Design by Jess, as well as a smoky quartz ring. That's what I'll be wearing when I draw these cards. And the final deck that I'm using is the Sun and Moon Tarot, and I'll be using the Lunar Quartz Sphere. Now this is a combination, it's a relatively new crystal. It's a combination of rose quartz and I think graphite and smoky quartz, and it helps strengthen your spiritual connection. It helps bring out your creative side, and it also helps you connect deeply with your guardian angels. It acts as an antidepressant, and it reduces anxiety and increases compassion, not only for others, but for yourself as well. And the bracelet I'll be using is the beautiful Living by the Moon, also created and designed by Star Design by Jess, with a moonstone ring. So I'm going to give you, lovely people, a few moments to decide which deck you want, which pile you're going to use, and then we'll go straight into the readings. All right, pile 1. So let's have a look at what the cards have got to say for you. So the first card is the main theme that you need to consider as Pluto moves into Aquarius. King of Cups. This beautiful card. This is about being the master of your emotions. This is a card that tells us that whatever storms you've been through during Pluto and Capricorn, you have emerged being able to not repress your emotions, but allow them expression, but in a way that is masterful and calm, and no matter what storms there are, you are able to feel the emotions and yet contain them in a fluid, flexible way. Now, the departing energies, the energies you're leaving behind as Pluto leaves Capricorn for the next 248 years. Ace of Swords. This is a card that normally suggests new beginnings, new beginnings in the way that you think, new beginnings in the way that your mind approaches things, new beginnings in the way that you mentally process things. So that was probably what Pluto in Capricorn was teaching you. And the Pluto in Capricorn years were very hard. There was a lot of turmoil because Capricorn is all about our foundations. So here you had to learn to think in new ways. You had to learn to see things in new ways. But now that Pluto's leaving Capricorn and moving into Aquarius, those new beginnings in the way you process things, the way you think about things, have come to an end. Now those new thought processes, those new ways of seeing things, of understanding and interpreting things in the mind have been integrated into your soul as you move forward into Pluto in Aquarius. And let's see the talents that you're going to be able to express under Pluto in Aquarius. Six of Wands. This is the ultimate card of victory. So whatever new beginnings that you had to undergo, however difficult it was for you to learn to think differently, to look at things differently, to open your mind to different ways of being and different ways of understanding, the gifts and the talents that you're going to carry forward is the ability to not only master your emotions, but also have a completely open mind when you look at things in a different way. And that is a strong gift that you're going to be able to take with you as Pluto goes further and further into Aquarius. And Pluto in Aquarius is going to have its own challenges, but they're going to be, Aquarius is an air sign, so those challenges are going to be quite mental. So it may even have been mental health issues here. The emotions might have been so intense that there might have been some mental health issues that forced you to look at things differently and forced you to cope with things differently. But you've managed to do that. And that is now a strength that you're taking with you into Pluto in Aquarius. And the opportunities that Pluto in Aquarius is going to bring you, wow, look at that leopard, King of Swords. This, in the same way that the King of Cups teaches you how to master your emotions, and it allows you to feel the emotions, but keep them contained and yet fluid, the King of Swords allows you to master your thought processes. It allows you to look at things with clarity, with sharpness, and with a real strength of mind, which of course ties in with the fact that that's the gift. So you're going to be able to use these new ways of thinking, these new perspectives that you're able to embrace and integrate into your soul. This is going to provide you with so much opportunity for new ways of living, for a new way of understanding the world as you move into Pluto in Aquarius. But there's always challenges. We know that there's no such thing as a free ride in life. So the challenges, Ace of Pentacles. How interesting that we've got 2 kings and we've got 2 aces. And both of the aces are in the more challenging positions. So Pentacles is all about the material world. It's all about finances. It's about the reality, the 3D reality that we live in. And the Ace, of course, is a new beginning. So this is in a challenge position. So you may find that it's quite difficult for you to make new material beginnings, like new jobs, financial security, new relationships, anything that's anchored in the 3D world that we live in. It may be difficult to make new beginnings, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful, because with the King of Swords as an opportunity and the 6 of Wands as a victory card, and that is your gift that you're bringing in, all that this means is it may be because you're going to be living in the realm of the mind. And Aquarius, of course, is an air sign, which is of the mind. Excuse me. This card in the challenge position suggests that you may have these brilliant ideas that really offer the universe something, that offer the world something, but it may be challenging for you to actually translate those new ideas from the vision that the King of Swords brings you to the actual earthly manifestation of it. So it may take time. You may need to be quite innovative. You may need to use this gift of looking at things in a new way and not allow emotions such as doubt and fear and anxiety to stop you from pushing through the challenges as these new projects or whatever it is that you're trying to bring into reality begins. The potential is there, but you're going to need to master both your emotions and your mental processes. But you have the gift, it's there. It's just a case of applying it as you start new projects or new jobs or a new relationship, anything that you're busy working on. And finally, we're going to look at an overarching key theme for the whole 20 years. This is as you go in, as Pluto moves in, this main theme. But this is an overarching key theme for the 20 years that Pluto is in Aquarius. And let's see what the cards say. 8 of Cups. You are going to have to leave some things behind. I mean, Pluto in Capricorn is a completely different energy. And if you try and apply the patterns of behavior, the thought processes, the ideas and concepts of Pluto in Capricorn to the Pluto in Aquarius years, it will make things more challenging for you. This overall key theme for you, for Pluto in Aquarius, is telling me that you are going to have to leave something behind, probably the old ways of thinking. You're going to really need to open your mind to those new beginnings that you started learning about in Pluto and Capricorn. You're going to have to fully open the gates and allow the new to come in as you walk away and allow the old to be left behind. And I feel like I don't really feel that any of the cards need clarity, but let's just see if Osho has an additional message for you. And just one card, please, for Power 1, for Pluto in Aquarius, a message from Osho Zen. One card, please, for, okay, that one wants to come out. So let's see what little bit of extra information Osho has for you. Wow. How beautiful is that? That ties in so beautifully with this Eight of Cups. This is, you have to go beyond illusions. This is what you have to leave behind from the age of, from Pluto in Capricorn. You have to move beyond the illusions of the Capricornian way of living. Pluto has transformed those foundations. It's transformed those old structures that supported the Piscean age, and we're now in a completely new age, and we need to move beyond the illusions of the age that we are leaving behind, because we are now fully in the age of Aquarius. And Osho strongly says it supports this Eight of Cups. The next 20 years is going to be a time of leaving behind the old and completely opening your heart and your mind to new ways of being that will allow you to master both your emotions and your mental thought processes. What a beautiful way to end your reading. So much love, Pile 1, and may the force be with you as Pluto moves into Aquarius. So, Pile 2, are you ready? Let's start with your main theme as Pluto moves into Aquarius. Queen of Swords. Oh, I think you've been through the mill, Pile 2. This Pluto in Capricorn was very tough on you, but you're emerging quite regal, and it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, because we all have, you know, the cards are not gender specific. So this is an energy that you're expressing, whether you physically male or female or a different gender. So as Pluto moves into Aquarius, you're bringing the regal dignity of the Queen of Swords. She is someone who is really, through pain and suffering, she has gained such deep wisdom. She has perhaps closed her heart off a little bit, and she's very comfortable in the mind. It has a very strong mind, a strong mental discipline that she has learnt the hard way through the struggles and the troubles that Pluto and Capricorn brought. Let's have a look what you need to leave behind you as Pluto leaves Capricorn. Three of Pentacles. Oh, that's interesting. Three of Pentacles is the teamwork card. And how interesting, you see. So the energy that is leaving you, as Pluto leaves Capricorn, Pile 2, you may have been very involved in teamwork. You may have felt, at times, you may have felt quite constrained, and there may have been challenges in that teamwork. And that teamwork could be in a career, it could be in a relationship, it could be in a family situation, it could be amongst friends, it could be any area of your life. But you were part of a group, you were part of a team, and you did very, very, very well. But this is the departing energies, and you are stepping into your own power as the Queen of Swords, this wise, sometimes perhaps a bit cold and can be cutting with the words, but on the whole, this deeply wise person who can see things with absolute clarity, because that is one of the main gifts of the Queen of Swords energy, is that she has this piercing inner vision that allows her to see things. And that is what is coming in as Pluto moves into Aquarius. And you are leaving this energy where you felt you had to be part of a team. It's almost as if you were hiding in the team, and now you're ready to step out and be seen in all your regal dignity and ancient wisdom. Wonderful. Ooh, I've got goosebumps. And the third card is, what talents is Pluto in Aquarius going to allow you to express? The Six of Wands. Wow, this is quite an interesting card. Look at that. For a second, I thought it was the devil, but it's not. It's the Six of Wands. And this is Jupiter in Leo. Wow. This, of course, is the card of victory, and it's very interesting. This exact, the Six of Wands came up in Power 1 as well. So if you were maybe tempted to watch Power 1, it might be a good idea to listen to that as well. There may be a message or part of a message for you there as well. So the talents that you are going to express under Pluto in Aquarius is you are going to be victorious. As you step out of the shadow of a team environment, whatever that team environment encompassed, into your Queen of Swords energy. You know, maybe you worked for a company and now you're starting your own job. Maybe you were in a marriage and you got divorced and you're on your own now. Whatever the team situation that you're leaving behind and stepping into your Queen of Swords power as Pluto goes into Aquarius, it is going to be a victorious journey, and you are going to be able to express your talents and your gifts in a way that will bring you great success, because the Six of Wands is the ultimate card of victory in the tarot deck. Oh, this is such an exciting reading. Okay, what opportunities is Pluto in Aquarius going to bring our lovely pal to? And the Hierophant. Wow, okay. The Hierophant is quite a traditional card. It's the traditional structures. So for example, it would be Eton College in England versus grammar school. It's traditional publishing versus self-publishing. It's old-fashioned corporate environment versus working from home. And it's also about gaining strength and wisdom and ancient knowledge from those old traditions. It doesn't mean that you're going to be stuck in those traditions, because tradition, of course, is a foundation. It's not a prison. And this Hierophant suggests that you're going to be given opportunities in a traditional environment that will bring you great success, and you will probably be bringing new clear-sighted vision to help. Let's see, that is Taurus, and oh, I can't see that. My eyes are bad. But the opportunities that Pluto in Aquarius is going to bring you, pal, to, is that you are going to be able to express your individuality in a victorious way, in a traditional structure and environment, which is no mean feat. And it will take this Queen of Swords energy and the promised victory of the Six of Wands. Now let's move on to the challenges, because Pluto in Aquarius will bring its own set of challenges. And let's see what challenges Pile 2 has to face. New beginnings, the Ace of Wands. You may find it quite, you see, now this is where the Hierophant, as that traditional environment, although it brings opportunities, it's not going to be easy to break down those old traditions. It's going to require quite a lot of strength. And all that you learned in your, when you work in a team, you have to have different skills as when you work on your own. And here, this card is telling us that part of the challenges of using those opportunities in those traditional structures so that you can achieve your victory, you're going to need to really draw on the strengths that you learned during the Pluto and Capricorn years of how to work as a team. You're really going to need to draw on that, express your individuality, but understand that in this traditional structure, to be completely, look at the difference between these two cards. That traditional old man, almost like a Greek Orthodox patriarch. And here this ET-like creature dancing among the flowers, bringing in this fire. And that's going to be the challenge, to achieve the victory that you want in the traditional structures without burning them to the ground. Because ones can be, fire, ones is fire. It can be quite destructive, but it can also be purifying. And this brilliant energy of this completely controlled, visionary, clear thinking Queen of Wands is going to help you bring in this fire that will purify rather than destroy these old traditional structures. And you will be able to do that by not staying trapped in the team environment, but by drawing on the strengths that you learned during the Pluto and Capricorn years. Now let's look at the overarching theme for the 20 years that Pluto is going to be in Aquarius. So what is the key theme that you need to consider, pile 2, for the next 20 years? The Knight of Wands. Interesting. Another fire card. Now, at its best, the Knight of Wands is passionate. It's almost the exact opposite of the Queen of Swords, where she's cool, calm, rational, clear thinking, stays focused. The Knight of Wands is passionate. He can at times be reckless. He'll rush in where angels fear to tread. And isn't it interesting that this is the energy that you move into the very cool and detached Aquarian Pluto? And over the 20 years, you need to be also embracing the fiery, passionate vision of the Knight of Wands who rushes in where angels fear to tread. Very interesting, the contrast, pile 2, of this coolness in the beginning, and how as you work your way through the age, through the Pluto, as the Pluto in Aquarius works its transformation magic on you, you're going to also have to learn to bring in this fiery, passionate Knight of Wands who rushes in and is unafraid of risks and challenges. Let's get a single card from Osho and see what additional info or gift of knowledge for the age, for Pluto's 20 years in Aquarius, that Osho can bring for our pile 2. And it looks like that card definitely wants to come out, and I think that card wants to come out as well. So let's see why you got 2 cards. So what is Osho saying? You're not going to believe it. This is, in the traditional deck, this is the Queen of Swords. And it is warning you, or is it the King of Swords? No, it's the King of Swords. Queen of Swords is morality, sorry. But it's also about control. It's also about this mental discipline that the Queen and King of Swords, which are at the top of their suites, they bring in the ultimate control of the mental realm. And Osho is, when you read the background of his interpretation of this card, this talks about letting go that total control. Because to try and control everything, you can become hard and you can crack. You see how glassy and sharp everything is. And it's from the effort of maintaining that constant control. Let's see what other energy Osho has. Wow. The Rebel. This is beautiful. This is about, this reminds me very much of the Knight of Wands energy. This is about breaking those chains, those mental chains that you just want to control everything, and allowing the flame, again, wands, which is that creative energy, that fire that can both destroy and yet purify and create space for something new. So Osho is definitely expanding on this theme of, from the pain and sorrow that this Pluto and Capricorn era has brought in. So the energy of the Queen of Swords is this, on the positive side, it's this clear visioned integrity, sharp thinking energy, but it can be a little bit cold, a little bit cruel, and a little bit too controlling. And the Knight of Wands counterbalances that, just in the same way that this rebel breaks the chains that surround this King of Swords trying to control everything through the mind. We are not just mental beings, folks. We are also emotional and spiritual beings. And there is such a strong emphasis on reason and logic and the mind as being all powerful. And I'm not dismissing that in any way, but it has to be balanced with the compassion and the fire and the emotions of the heart. Because if we just live in the mind, we lose touch with not only our own humanity, but with the common humanity that we share with everybody else. And on that thought, pile 2, I wish you so much love as Pluto moves into Aquarius, and see you in the next reading. So let's get going there, your 6 cards, pile 3, and let's dive right in and have a look. So what is the main theme that you've got to deal with as Pluto moves into Aquarius? The 9 of Swords, cruelty. To me, the 9 of Swords, this is about worry. This is about anxiety. But it's mental, it's a real deep mental anxiety. It's really something that you need to take care of, pile 3. The lunar quartz helps with anxiety. The lunar quartz really helps with anxiety. So you may find that these new energies are so overwhelming, and I'm sorry about that, because it is actually a very exciting time. It's a much lighter time than Pluto and Capricorn. But if you have a lot of earth signs, or if you're a very pragmatic person and you are more, you know, like if you're Taurus or one of the other earth signs, you may find that this Pluto into Aquarius is far more challenging for you than Pluto and Capricorn was, because Capricorn was is an earth sign as well. So you may be experiencing, as Pluto shifts into Aquarius, you may be feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of mental pressure, a lot of worry, internal worry about what the future holds, the passing of the past age, because we're now completely out of the, and a little robin, as I'm sitting here doing the reading, a little robin, Cape Robin, is busily eating away on my lawn, and that is normally a sign that my dad is with me. Thank you for your presence and your guidance. Oh, I've got goosebumps. How wonderful. So pile 3, you've got some strong assistance from the other side. My dad was an extremely powerful clairvoyant. He was born with a caul over his head, and he was born on the 31st of October. So the fact that he has come into your reading tells me that you are protected. You do not need to worry. All these anxieties, you will be feeling them so intensely, and sometimes you'll feel like you've got a hamster in your head just going round and round and round and round. But don't worry, it's just while the energy shifts, and the Pluto in Aquarius energy will take a little time to settle and balance, but you will be okay. You will just need to understand that what is going on in your head is not necessarily what's going on out there. And let's move on to the second card, which is, what are the departing energies that Pluto in Capricorn is saying that you must, as Pluto leaves Capricorn behind for the next 248 years, what energies do you have to leave behind? The Two of Cups. This, yes, it is about love. I'm not so sure that I like those, or that I fully embrace the meanings that are written on the top of the card. But the Two of Cups is normally about, it is about relationships and love, but on another level, on a higher level, it's about decision making. And perhaps there was a big decision that has been creating a lot of anxiety for you. And as Pluto leaves Capricorn, it is time now to make that decision. You can't put it off any longer. It could be in any area of your life, although Two of Cups does suggest perhaps relationships. And it could be a work relationship, it could be a family relationship, it could be something, it could be anything. But it is a decision that you've needed to make for a while. And now as Pluto leaves Capricorn, you can no longer put off making that decision. The time has come for you to make the decision. And you will probably find that once you've made the decision, the anxiety that you're feeling will lessen, and the pressure will be relieved. And let's see what talents you're going to be able to express under this Pluto in Aquarius age, pile 3. Oh, lovely. Very deep person. You're very deep. The High Priestess is quite secretive. She holds her own counsel. She's deeply, deeply attached to the spiritual realm. And she is I don't want to say she's isolated. She's self-sufficient. She's self-sufficient. And you may find that this anxiety, this decision that you have to make, once you make it, you will find that through the process, you will have developed this inner serenity, this inner calm that the High Priestess brings, because she knows that no matter what's going on down here, there is a higher purpose. There is this deep wisdom that is connected to the other world, and she is able to contain that energy. And there's this emotional and spiritual self-sufficiency about her, that it's not that she's secretive, it's just that she's contained and calm and so connected to the spirit that she can come across as a bit aloof. But that is a talent that you're going to have. You're going to, through this experience of what you have to leave behind with Pluto and Capricorn leaving, with Pluto leaving Capricorn, and this anxiety that you're feeling as we shift into this new era, this next 20 years, the gift that you are going to learn to express is this self-sufficiency, this faith in that which cannot be seen, but which you feel and know and experience on a daily basis. And let's see what opportunities Pluto in Aquarius is going to bring you. Ah, wow. Abundance, which I do agree with this one, because this is a card of celebration. Three of Cups is a wonderful card that expresses community and friendship and joy, and just a joie de vivre, living life and enjoying it and experiencing even the smallest thing as a sense of abundance and wonder and love and all those. And look here, it's right under the Nine of Swords. So as Pluto settles more into Aquarius, as you move away from this decision that has been causing you, the split almost, because the Two of Cups, of course, is one dividing into two, and you move, excuse me, into the self-sufficiency of the High Priestess. The opportunity that is going to be presented is this one of the sense of abundance in how you live and experience your life under the Pluto in Aquarius years. And the challenges, unfortunately, everything has its challenges. And this is Temperance. That's interesting. So the challenge for you, and this goes back again to this Nine of Swords and this high anxiety that you're feeling, is during the Pluto in Aquarius years, if you are a strongly earthed person, whether it's an earth sign or whether you're just a pragmatic person in general, the key for you is under these high intensity energies of Pluto in Aquarius, and it's high vibration, you're going to need to learn the art of balance, of moderation. Don't worry too much, but don't be too, it doesn't matter. There's a middle path. It's that golden mean. It's the middle way. It's that keeping a balance between never being too fearful and never being too idealistic, never being too angry, never being too forgiving. And that is going to be the challenge for you in these next 20 years as Pluto moves through Aquarius. Learning how to keep yourself on that middle path, on that golden mean, which allows you to stay steady and embrace the abundance that is all around you, and to keep that calm serenity that the High Priestess is bringing to you as a great talent that you have within you. So from the Nine of Swords, learning the art of temperance, the art of moderation, the art of walking along the middle way will help you express that talent that Pluto in Aquarius is bringing you, which is the art of calm, inner peace, serenity, self-sufficiency, coming from this ancient wisdom of knowing that beyond the veil of this world, there is so much that we don't understand, and yet it is all perfectly planned to bring us to the abundance and celebration of our life that we need. And the final card, which is the main theme for the key theme to consider for the next 20 years. This is an overarching theme that you need to consider, and that is the Eight of Swords. An interesting card. Again, mental. Again, it ties in, and you see there's a regression here, because we're going from the Nine of Swords to the Eight of Swords. And both of these cards, it's not so much about the reality, it's about what's going on in your head. Because the Eight of Swords says you're trapped. You feel like somebody else is pulling your strings. Somebody or something else is pulling your strings. But in actual fact, all this little girl has to do is just pick up one of those swords and cut the strings. So it's this learning the art of walking the middle way so that you can cut the strings, because swords is all about air, it's all about mental activity, it's all about thought processes, and it's about not letting those thought processes interfere with your calmness and your serenity as you walk the middle way and appreciate the abundance that is there in your life. The opportunity for abundance and a life, living the life that you want, is there. But part of your process of learning, because this is the challenge position, remember, so this learning to walk the middle way, part of learning to walk the middle way over the next 20 years is about learning to cut those threads of those thoughts that run around in your head and create the sense of terrible anxiety and worry that you are experiencing as Pluto moves into Aquarius. Now let's take one card from Osho to see if Osho has an additional message, pile 3, as you move into Pluto in Aquarius. Oh, there you are. Wow, what a lovely card. Courage. Courage, mon ami. Courage. I don't know if that's how you say it. My French is not great. But what a beautiful card this is. The seed lying in the ground. It takes so much courage for that seed to start working its way up through the hard ground. But once it starts, it can grow in impossible places. And it can bloom and give off this fragrance that can be enjoyed. So take courage, pile 3. Take courage. Don't feel that this terrible anxiety and stress that you're experiencing as Pluto moves into Aquarius is all that there is. There is a middle way. You can find that serenity that allows you to enjoy the abundance if you leave behind the indecisiveness of making the decisions that are causing the problems and cut the threads to those thought processes that just keep going round and round and round in your head. The courage is there. You have the courage to bloom. You just need to cut those threads and allow yourself to bloom and allow the fragrance of your soul to spread throughout the world. So much love, pile 3, and so many blessings as you move into the Pluto in Aquarius years. So much love.